here to teach you how to make a piece of pottery that has lots of angles on it rather than curves. And that's a good piece to use to learn the chatterific technique or the chatter technique, which will happen when the piece is leather hard. So we'll show you how to make it first, and then we'll show you how to do the chatter on it after it gets to leather hard. So this is a good shot of how you go about coning and centering your clay. Notice both my elbows are braced strong, and I'm just kind of squeezing with the palms of my hand, not my fingers, because if I grip it with my fingers, it tends to rip off. So if you grip it, you can rip it. This is also another centering method you could try to use if centering is hard for you. This way, you just pull towards you with a firm grip on the clay, and then let off when you feel like you've got it centered. Alright, so we're ready to start here. I'm going to go ahead and just open her up with a hole in the middle. Push down a little deeper and then pull out to open so I can get my hand on the inside. Keep the base of your pot flat. If you have to use a sponge to push down on it to flatten it out to start with, go ahead, but you know, if your base is uneven and wobbly, the rest of your pot could follow suit. It could end up kind of wobbly. Mine got a little bit off center, so I'm going to just kind of recenter it here real quick. Some of the tools you'll want to have handy for this are the Dirty Girl Rump Shaper, a rib tool for getting your angles, and a multi-purpose rim cleaner tool. This metal piece is just a really cool tool to use. And of course your elephant ear sponge so you can pull and raise your sidewalls. So here's a good shot of how you go about pulling and raising. So you just pinch here, come up slowly and gradually, letting off on the pressure as you approach the rim, and continue to finish through the rim. Also compress the rim, clean up the rim every time you get to the top, keep it smooth so that you're not catching your finger on some rough places. Alright, one more pull down here, starting at the very bottom, pushing in here. My outside finger is slightly lower than my inside finger. Now I'm releasing the pressure because it's already thin enough here, and just guiding the clay up through the rim. Alright, if you want to do pulling and raising without a sponge, that works too. You can get a better feel for the clay. See, get better throwing lines. Alright. So that's a good shot of how you do it without a sponge. Alright, I'm going to use my Dirty Girl rump shaper here to clean up this bottom. Get a nice clean shape on the bottom to start with, and I'm going to I want to curve this pot out here, curve it back in, and then give it a rim. So I'm going to start by doing it like a stretch pot, where I pull it out, kind of get the shape of my pot right to start with, and then I'm going to change the curves to angles. Alright, so let's start with this bottom here. I'm going to use this rib tool to push the clay towards the rib tool to get that angled shape I'm looking for. I'll turn the tool over and do the same thing here. pushing in with the tool as I push out towards the tool with my left hand to keep the edges, keep that line nice and straight. And then right here, also gonna get this nice and angled here at the rim. So I'm pushing gently with my left hand towards the tool, not forcing it, letting the tool do the work for me here. Alright, and last thing I'm going to do to clean this up a little bit, going to give it a little bit of a design right here with this multi-purpose rim tool. Kind of accent the middle of the pot. Then near the top, I'll take this tool at an angle here, just gently push down to shape the rim. Nice and clean. And maybe redo this down here a little bit. Alright, so there's the angular piece. It's got less curves and a few more angles on it. The angles are going to come in handy when we go ahead and do the chatter technique to it when it gets letter hard.